Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you again. Today I want to get into a recent pickup of mine. There's not a whole lot of hype about this pair or anything, but it's affordable, and I think it's a great pair to just throw into the rotation immediately. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these black and white gum bottom SB Dunk Lows. All right, what is happening, everybody? It's good to be back here with y'all. Like I said, this is not a pair that's very hyped up at all. A couple of years ago, we saw a bunch of gum bottom SB Dunk Lows release, but I think they were all orange label. There was one that was like a black gum bottom, but it differs slightly from this pair, and we'll get into some of the ways that it varies. I was kind of expecting this to be an orange label, but when it showed up, it had the purple box. I don't care about that. That just means that it's a GR. Orange label means that it's like a skate shop exclusive or something like that. I ordered these from Premier Skate Shop online, but I also saw them at CCS and one other retailer. I forget what it was, but these are available right now. I think it's a really cool looking pair. I love the style of SB Dunks. They're very affordable and they're built to last, so you can really punish them without thinking twice about it, and I'm all about that. I also am going to throw these on feet real quick because, like I said, I plan on getting these into the rotation pretty much immediately, and I want to give y'all an on-foot look. But like I already said, comes in a standard purple Nike SB box. It's just the GR box. The tag reads Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. The colors are black and white. I went with the size 10.5 in SB Dunk Lows. I typically go up a half size just because the extra padding and that sort of thing makes them fit a little bit more snug on my fat feet. And without any further delay, here they are, the black and white gum bottom SB Dunk Low Pros.
These are dope.
Like I said, it wasn't too long ago that we saw all the other gum bottoms, but I think those were all orange labels, and we did see a black gum bottom along with a white gum bottom. There was a purple one. Earlier this year, I grabbed the University Blue pair. I always wanted that black gum bottom pair, but I could never find any of the restocks at just the right time. Every time they'd come onto my radar, my size would be gone. So when I saw that these were available, I definitely jumped at it, especially because 115 bucks, that's not a bad price at all. And I'm always a fan of the materials that they use on SB Dunks. And I also just love this all black upper. The thing that really made these jump out to me, along with the gum outsole, is just that the midsole is all black. I think that is such a clean look. And I also really like the fact that the base of this upper is a leather material, but then for all these overlays, you have this nice fuzzy suede. There for a little while, I was feeling a little bit of dunk burnout, like maybe just some fatigue with the silhouette because I was grabbing so many pairs of them. But when I saw this pair, I just thought it would be very easy to work into my wardrobe. And with them being so reasonably priced at only 115 US dollars, I don't have to worry about messing them up or anything. This is a pair that I really bought just so that I could beat. And if you haven't had an SB Dunk before, they really do take some punishment. They're built a little bit heavier and a little bit sturdier than your standard Dunk. And they also usually have really nice materials. I can say I just opened these a couple of minutes ago, but I'm a big fan of the materials that we got on here. One thing that did kind of surprise me about this pair, the colorway is black and white, but whenever I opened these and I saw that the swoosh is a gray suede, that kind of surprised me because I was expecting it to be white. The laces are white and the branding on the heel is white, but I really thought that that swoosh was going to be white as well. I don't mind because I think it kind of looks even better with that gray swoosh on there. And I really do plan on punishing these and throwing them on immediately. So it's probably good that it's not a white suede, because that would end up looking dingy and gray immediately anyway. Like I said, I'm going to be quick with this review because I want to show you what they look like on feet. But the outsole is a standard SB Dunk Low tread pattern. We do have a pivot point in the front. The Nike SB branding is there at the midfoot, and that's on the foam that's exposed in between that gum outsole. One thing I always like seeing about the SB Dunks is that they have the little stars on that pivot point, and I think that's just a cool little feature. As we come up to the midsole, like I already pointed out, this is just an all black color and the stitching is all black, and I just like that. I think that's a neat feature. Typically you see a white midsole or a sail midsole, but I love the way this all black upper looks with this black midsole. I just think it's nice and clean, and again, it's a shoe that in my opinion is just built to be punished, because it's not really going to show the dirt and the grime and that sort of stuff. And as we get to the upper, we can see that we've got a really nice fuzzy suede in a black color. It almost looks a little bit faded. It's kind of ashy in some spots, but I don't mind it. I think it goes with the shoe well, and I think it looks pretty cool. The material feels very soft to the touch, and I love the way that it looks. We do have that rolled edge here on the front because that helps them not to come apart whenever they're being skated and that sort of thing. But then that fuzzy black suede goes up the eye stays, and it also wraps along the base of the heel. We also see that up here by the collar on the heel where we have our Nike branding as well. For our swooshes, like I already pointed out, that is a gray colored suede, but it feels like it's a really nice material too. And you can see whenever you look at that it's a really nice thick cut. I love the way that these things look. Then for this base on the upper, it is a black tumbled leather. It's not overly tumbled. It doesn't look like it's done too much, but it is a very, very soft leather. So that might get chewed up a little bit quicker than if they were all suede, but I really like having that soft leather in here. I think they'll break in beautifully, and a pair of shoes like this, I think, looks better the more that you wear them. We can see that black suede here on the side panels as well, underneath of those swooshes. And then we can also see that black leather here on the heel by the collar and where we have those rows of stitching. One gripe I have about this pair is that it only came with bright white laces. I think all SB Dunks should come with at least 2 pair of laces, if not 4 or 5. That's one of the things that I really love about SB Dunks, is whenever they throw in the extra laces. I know it's just a small touch, but I like being able to tweak them and kind of change the overall look of the shoe. I do have a good many extra SB laces inside, so I might mess around with it. Let me know if you all have any ideas of what color laces would look good in these. The tongue isn't a standard nylon. It kind of feels like it's a canvas material, and it is kind of puffy. It's not the fattest SB Dunk tongue that I've felt, but it's not one of the skinny ones either. It's just kind of right in between. And then for the piping going along the edges of the tongue, it's a black color, and again, it feels like a pretty heavy canvas material. We have a black tag that has some Nike SB branding on it, and then our sock liner is also black, and so is our insole, and it's got Nike SB branding as well as some Zoom cushioning branding. All right, well, that was a super quick look in hand. I'm gonna hurry up and throw these on feet so you can see how they look and see why I like them so much, and we can also talk about sizing and that sort of thing. I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see, I've got them on feet. I love the style of them, but I kind of already knew that I would, because I've had, I don't even know how many pairs of Dunks on feet before. But I love the way that they look with baggy pants, and like I said, I love that all black upper and that black midsole, because I think I'll just be able to punish these, wear them through the yard, wear them wherever, and I won't have to worry about them looking dirty. As far as the sizing goes, I'm very glad that I went up a half size. These are one of the pairs that kind of fit your feet like a glove. At least that's how I feel like they fit my feet. I do have wide feet, And maybe if you have narrow feet, true to size would work. But if you're a wide footer like me, I definitely suggest going up a half size. All that extra padding really does make them snug, and this way they're perfectly comfortable. Here's a little bit of that top-down POV. These things feel really comfortable. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised that that swoosh is gray instead of white. I think that looks even better than if it was bright white. I might even see if I have some gray SB laces in there laying around. Alright, well hopefully that was enough to give you a good look at these black and white gum bottom SB Dunk lows. Like I said, it's not a real hyped up pair or anything like that. I think they come at a really good price at 115 US dollars. I like having pairs that aren't always super hype and that sort of thing. This is just a great pair that'll go with a whole bunch of different outfits. It's all black. You can beat them up. You don't have to worry about it. I really like these things. Let me know what you think about this pair. I appreciate you all watching tremendously, and I will see y'all on the next one. I'm out.